5-minute trap. Pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to my stream. Glad that you guys are here. Drop a GM in the chat if you guys are just joining. We just finished the pre-market show. Day trading like a predator. Good morning. Adashi, good morning. Welcome. Speedy Boy, good morning. Salvatore, good morning. Umik, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Corsi, good morning. Icky, good morning. JW, new to this strategy and channel. Let's go, baby. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Nasir, good morning. Kevin Mack, good morning. Quick chart check. We do have Whiskey Wednesday today. Whiskey Wednesday, because typically on these FOMC days it could be very slow, but we're gonna just read the price action as it is and try our best. We are basically spiking channel. So with a spike channel, spike channel, and then break of the spike or break of the channel, and we are retesting the top of this channel, and it's going up in a very choppy manner. It's very hard to find this trade either way here. I see. Confusing. I mean, you're thinking maybe new high. I mean, if you look on the daily chart, we had quite a move down yesterday. I mean, it was just a strong move down, and we get close to the 20 MA, and it's the first pullback on this uptrend, this current uptrend. And that's how I see it as, you know, the second leg has begun in the uptrend. So we had a two-leg pullback coming upwards here. A two-legged move, maybe a little more accurate. But, I mean, it could be pullback as well because we have this overall downtrend. And so we have this kind of pullback here, bull rally. But we'll see. Excuse my... Some of you guys may know, just after hearing that, exactly what ethnicity I am. If you know, you know. So we got the second push up on the daily chart, and we could be setting up for a lower high setup, coming back into our trading range here. It could be possible. It's just hard to say. It's really hard to say, and this is when things get confusing. But currently, I would say we are in an uptrend. We did break this trend right here and made a new high, and this new high, you know, that could be then. We could look for a reversal trade here. You know, this would probably be the best setup to take if you're on the daily chart. Two-legged pullback, failed second entry long here on the daily chart, but we'll see. Good morning, guys. Kevin Mack, Frank Angelo, good morning. It's gonna be pandemonium today. Salvatore, do you trade news? Typically not. I typically do not like to be in a trade during the news because of the extreme slippage that could happen. There was one time we had news, and it was like legit, like maybe like a 5 point slippage, 4 or 5 points. So if you're like 4 or 5 contracts in and you have slippage like 4 or 5 points, it's like that's like $1,000. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it before. William Surveys asks, does anyone know Al Brooks' books the same thing that he teaches in his course? Yeah. It kind of is. I would say the course is probably more robust because I guess you can go more into like his philosophies in the book, but in terms of the course, if you had to choose one or the other, the course I would say by far the best, better. Whiskey at 50 likes. Today we do have the whiskey challenge because we have FOMC on Wednesdays. We do whiskey Wednesdays here, and that's because during the trading session during the stream, it could be very slow because FOMC is in the afternoon, and so oftentimes traders just they're not convicted either way. The conviction's not strong enough, so it kind of does nothing for the entire session. So at least we'll have something to look forward to, and we can hopefully get that bamboo or get that whiskey. Well, pandas, honestly, I've been trading like I've been trading pretty poorly during stream, and I gotta try to regroup here. It's pretty and even off stream I've been struggling. Either my psyche is not there, or I'm just not reading things right. Which is unfortunate. I'm not sure what's been happening. So I'm trying to regroup here. I'm trying to kind of take a step back and refocus. So it's been rough. I don't know why. The last couple days have been rough. Last 2 days on stream definitely been rough. And just in general, last couple days have been rough, and so I'm just, yeah. I need to regroup here, rethink, reevaluate some stuff, reevaluate how I'm reading the markets right now, and I find that for me the most difficult thing is that I probably take too much. It's a fine balance, right? Because oftentimes you find these major trend reversal setups in a downtrend or an uptrend, and I think I need to basically be able to discern which is like the hardest, which is like the $1 million question, right? Like, are we in a downtrend or should we look for a reversal, especially when the reversal setup happens? And how do we dictate a strong downtrend? What are our criteria for that? I think I need to take a step back and figure out when not to do the major trend reversals, and I got to figure that out. I do. I really have to figure that out. I think that'd be vital to my trading, and so probably take some time to figure that out. It's like when you find a break a trend to new extreme, I've been burned so many times because of that setup. Like, as in, I try to continue the trend, and that major trend reversal gets me. But now it's the other way around. I'm looking for those major trend reversals. Not only am I missing opportunities to go short, but sometimes the major trend reversal does trigger with like a trap trade, and then it will reverse on me. And so I'm getting burned both ways on the major trend reversals. And so I have to do better recognizing, certain trends when they happen. You know, this is me being 100% honest with you guys, and it just you know, I got to figure out a better way to identify the trend and especially how strong it is. There are some pressures there too, you know, like being on stream and
10,000 tick trap.
our market just opened. There's some pressures on stream, you know. No, sorry, 30 more seconds. It looked like the market just opened with that burst up. There's a little pressure there, but still I can do better in my deciding my setups. You know, there were a lot of setups that I skipped yesterday that, you know, that ended up failing, you know, so I'm glad I skipped those, like a lot of those. But, you know, still it's like, I gotta read it better. I'm definitely, I feel like I'm missing something here. I'm missing something. I'll probably give too much credit to traps as well. And I gotta just, I don't know, be better in just joining the trades. Market just open. Let's let this resolve a little bit. It's getting very choppy. Very choppy here, very choppy here. Probably looking for a new high. This break a trend, new high. Outside bar reversal.
10,000 tick trap.
Remember, it's pre-FOMC right now, like today's FOMC day. And so we can have choppiness for a long time, pandas. Especially if we've already been chopped right now. Let's see the first couple candles on the 5-minute chart and see how they look like. And then I think we can better decide what's going to happen. Outside, inside bar. Breakout mode. It's going to break below it seems like. Breaks below, so it could have a strong push down. This could be the attempt for that new high, and we might have a double top, right? Lower highs here forming. Inside down bar, it breaks above it. This is just very confusing. Very choppy. Oof. I'd be sweating right now if I was long here. Right? That's a second entry long. Sweating now, feel better. It's kind of hard because it's a limit order market, and so we're enticed to do is typically try to enter with a stop order. But this is a limit order market, and so that could be the bane of your existence, you know, for those who just enter with stop orders, which typically we do, especially with the setup. And you know, we're just bouncing back and forth on this in this trading range right now that I drew with the blue box. Several failures to break out, and we do have a trading range all the way down here to the green line. Right, just very choppy, just sitting on my pause. Not entirely sure what the market wants to do right now, and again, probably trading range until FOMC. It's just absolutely confusing. Right, break, failed breakout, coming back into our trading range here. Again, a lower high. Lower highs are forming here. Makes it feel like there is some sort of trend or something going on here. Yeah, I don't know. Just watching. Big push up, another failed breakout of this blue box. Breakdown. Comes back to the top. Hard to trade any of this in my opinion. I'm just watching. And honestly, like, this is why we got Whiskey Wednesday. Make sure you guys scalp that like button because it might be slow today, and let's at least try to achieve something. Whiskey Wednesday. Okay, looks like we're about to break out now. Kind of strong bull bars ending on their high. Might get a small pullback, another push up here. Is this trap trade something I want to trade? Am I trading a breakout of this trading range at the moment? That's a bar reversal. Surprising on the higher time frame, we just have actually a pretty strong bull move. Right, basically a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. That trap is currently, you know, that's disappointing so far. It might just come back into this blue box. Double bottom here. All right, comes back into a blue box, failed breakout, coming back in. So that trap is very tricky. You know, a lot of us probably, or some of us might look at this and be like, okay, this is a strong move up with a trap, fails like entry short. But you gotta recognize the market cycle we're in. We're not in a trending market cycle. We don't have a strong trend to reverse. Basically have coming back into our trading range here. Right back into it. The 10,000 tick chart trading range, pretty accurate at the moment. See what the 5-minute looks like, and 5 minutes absolutely just confused. And this is what we expected to happen. FOMC, pre-FOMC. Jenny Hoyles, haven't traded in 2 weeks. Did I miss anything? Welcome back. PK Futures. Good morning, SW Blaze. Good morning. Make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Also, scalp that like button. FOMC is at 2 p.m. Rashid Asif, Richard Harris, welcome back. Hmm. It's unsure. Comes back to the bottom. Breaks out again here. Just the market cycle right now seems like trading range, so I'm not really trying to go long here. So much overlap. Strong bull bars ending near their high, increasing the chances this is a successful breakout. Again, it's pre-FOMC, so I'm not excited. I'm not going to be really excited for any trend today. Overnight highs. This blue line. We broke the overnight highs. Strong bull bar ending on its high on the 10,000 tick chart. Most likely follow through on the 10,000 tick. See what the 5 minute looks like. 5 minute strong bull bar with follow through. In my opinion, some sort of spiking channels happening here. For me, this looks like a spike channel. And it broke, and it just made a new high by 1 tick. And that's how I'm reading this right now. So we're trying to, I mean, what can I say? It's hard for me. I don't know if I want to go long here necessarily. Like, am I looking for my two-leggy here? Like, is this a place for a two-legged pullback? I don't know. It's kind of difficult to see what trend are we in? Are we in uptrend? It looks like overall uptrend, especially on the higher time frames. Clearly above the 20 MA this entire time, ever since yesterday. I'm just not excited for any trend. As long as we're not FOMC yet, I'm not excited for any trend. Greg Martin says, "What's up, guys? Am I the only one struggling since 2 weeks?" Honestly, no, you're not. I feel the pain. I feel the struggle. I'm not gonna lie. It's been pretty difficult, I think, these last couple of days. It's just, the thing is that there's just not that many setups. It's really frustrating because there's not that many setups. It's just not happening, and like the context is good, but the setup doesn't come, and it's just really frustrating. There is a whiskey challenge today. We're trying to get to 300 likes during stream, and if we get 300 likes, we have never once reached 300 likes, but it's actually kind of funny because oftentimes, like, the 250 like goal gets reached. Like, if I put 250 likes, the like goal to 250 likes, I'm pretty certain you guys will reach it. You guys will get to it. You've done it many times, but if I put a 300 like goal, like we struggle just to even get to 200, which is like kind of sad. Maybe it's just too far. The reach is too far. I mean, that's a pretty strong push off the 20 EMA with the curling up 20 EMA here. What is the price action telling us right now? Double top currently. So bears want this to be a double top reverse. Bulls, they want a probably small pullback, and they'll buy the limit orders, and they'll probably come up and continue to go higher. They want a breakout of this blue line here. Strong bull bar ending on its high. I mean, strong bull bar, but this bar is only two points large. As you can see, the 20 EMA is curling up. So you kind of have this feeling that we're going to like launch off this 20 EMA. Let's capture this pivot and this pivot. Lines up nicely on the top as well. I think we have a good trend line here, a good channel. Should we take a trade off a double key area, which is the 20 EMA and also the bottom of our channel? We can take a fail second entry short here. But notice we're also at resistance, basically yesterday's or overnight high. So this is a risky trade. The thing is, typically things reverse on resistances, but we're also on two key areas in an uptrend, and so you have these like two opposing price actions happening. And so, you know, for every bull case, there's always a bear case. The signal bar is very bad. It does trigger the fail second entry short here, right, giving us a perfect scalp going down, right, only 2 points, bouncing off the 20 EMA, giving us another push up here off of our 20 EMA and also off of our trend line. But signal bar is a bear bar. It's not a signal bar that you like. Don't want to necessarily go into a long trade with a signal bar like this. But the context is decent. The only thing happening here is if this resistance wasn't here, I would probably have taken that trade. The resistance is here, making me figure, you know, making it possible that we bounce off there. Especially on FOMC day, you're not thinking strong trend. But that does end up working out, giving you a nice scalp. You know, so it's just like, that's scary for me. You know, I mean, it is off our trend line, also off the 20 May. But terrible signal bar, resistance right above. So it's just a little difficult. It's a confusing spot. Confusing spot for me. If you took it, then congratulations. But I'm just it's not one of the trades that I'm 100% secure, like sure about, for all the things I just mentioned. PQ futures, if you want to know about Apex and how they withdraw money, deposit money, just ask, you should ask Apex. Free paper cuts. How about instead of whiskey for 300 likes, we get an all-day stream? Ooh, all-day streams. All-day streams are fun. I'll probably do all-day stream when I hit 10K. 10K subs, all-day stream, and gonna try to get some Apex codes for you guys, along with some giveaways. It'll be a fun stream. YL, if I joined the Discord community, do you teach the strategy there? I mean, if you're joining on stream every single day, there's a bunch of stuff on YouTube, like even on my channel, that you can find about the strategy. The thing about Discord is you'll find that we kind of gather together and talk about setups, and people post their trades and, you know, talk about things that they like to do, and you'll see me there, you know, saying, okay, I like this second entry long, or I'm looking for a failed second entry short, you know. So while like a second entry long is about to form, I'll say I'm actually looking for a reversal here. You know, I'll say stuff like that during the, like, in the Discord off stream, and so you'll just see like messages like that and people talk about it. It's actually pretty nice. It's just a community, really. While can I trade forex with the strategy? You can, except I just recommend swinging instead of scalping. Honestly, I may change this strategy to a swing strategy. I may do it. I mean, I've already done it a couple times. Al Brooks does say he recommends for you to swing trade rather than scalp, because scalps you have to be so precise, especially if you're beginning. Like, actually, swing trading is kind of funny because you actually have more room for error, even though it's kind of you think it's harder to do because your profit targets are larger, but you have more room for error because your profit targets are larger. You can actually lose more, be more wrong, and actually still be profitable. We have a second entry long forming here. Yeah, this is where I'm saying things get confusing. We're still at this resistance area, and we're off of our trend line, also the 20 MA. You know, are we just in a strong uptrend now, and should I just go long? I figured that there's just not enough room to the top of these candles here. So even if I go long here, it's just not enough room, right? We might have a three failures up here. And this is like where I feel like if I get a third failure here, I'll try to reverse this, but you know, and this is like my it's basically off what bites me in the butt. We're like, you know, this might be an obvious uptrend, and everyone might be just screaming, just go long, it's an uptrend. Why would you go short ever on this? But if I see three failures up with all this choppiness, I'm just like, you know, at resistance, kind of like feels like a place where we may reverse. Kippograss, what percent do we get off on Apex? Right now you get 50% off. But if I get some codes for you guys on with a 10k special, 10,000 tick or 10,000 sub special. I just heard the alert, just incepted me. When Big No Kid Poker have good they have a good point. Swing trading is not very good for Apex. It's really good if you can get it static, but honestly, like the threshold on the Apex accounts, they're there to prevent you from doing like home run trades, and basically just trying to get lucky. But if you have a proper swing strategy, then the trading threshold is large enough where I feel like you can swing still and be okay. While when I learned this strat, basically from Al Brooks. Al Brooks teaches H1, H2 setups, and you know, I used to mention Mac from Price Action Trading System, but at this point it's just all Al Brooks. Al Brooks. I've been more leaning on Al Brooks now. So the second entry long does trigger a terrible signal bar. Right, we have the second entry long here. Does trigger. Do I want the trap going the other way? If we had like a solid trading range, but we are in a trend right now, and you know, if I were to like mark a trading range right now, this is how it would look like. It's very, very small. You know, that's this blue box. We do have a trading range on the trading range indicator as well, but the trading range indicator, the trading ranges, you should take them with a grain of salt if it's on a trend, right? If we're constantly above the 20 MA like this, you should take it with a grain of salt. Trading ranges are very good in choppy days. The trading range indicator works very well in choppy days, but if we like have a movement like this and we start seeing trading range form, just take it with a grain of salt. Just know that, you know, it could come back down, but harder to like use it as like a, you know, actual trading range, because currently we have 3 failures up, but we're still above the 20 MA. Do you see that? So we're still clearly above the 20 MA, so it's very, you know, by the way, if you went long here, you just got stopped out by that trade, by this candle. I'm not going long here because there's just not enough room right? So this is why I didn't take this long, you know. So for many people who are like, why didn't you take that trade? You should just take a second entry long here, going long, you know, uptrend. You know, I had my reasons. Again, not enough room to top here. Also, terrible signal bar, and we have resistance. We're right at resistance, and so it's getting confusing. Nor did I want to take this short because we really don't have a reversal setup yet. So now we're breaking up again. So if you went this short, you just got stopped out here. So this is where I'm saying we're pre-FOMC. Things are confusing. We already had a failed second entry long, and that failed second entry long failed, and that failure failed. And so now we got 2 failures in a row. Strong bull bar ending on its high, coming off the 20 MA. Some people might just bot right there. They could, but I feel like the limit order market is a little too strong right now. Again, this is why we have the whiskey challenge, because most likely we might not find one setup today. You know, we come back to the top, right? That failed, right? So we had a fail, 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 3 failures in a row. It just means we're in chop, but we're still above the 20 MA, so it's confusing.
$10,000 tick trap.
Wayne Bignell, my hero rose. Yeah, if you guys follow Al Brooks, I think Al Brooks is honestly, I mean, when he's probably busy doing other stuff, but honestly, he's just getting old. He's just getting really old. I don't think he has the energy to like just keep up anymore. It's really sad, but you know, I think he dedicated a lot of his trading like career to mentoring others and teaching others, like Brad Wolf also. If you guys don't follow Brad Wolf, follow him, please. I know he might be the most boring person ever, but you know, when it comes to trading, it's boring. You know, it's boring. But Brad Wolf, find him on YouTube. He does a, you know, if you don't know, he does a daily, basically the daily recaps on the Al Brooks website. And he has his own YouTube channel, and he goes over daily charts. He uses the 5-minute chart exclusively, so it might be a little different than ours, but Brad Wolf. I remember one stream I had, I just told everyone to subscribe to Brad Wolf, and we were just watching Brad Wolf's sub count go up. Brad Wolf, let's sub. Let's see how high we can get his sub count up. Let's show this man some love. Alright, pandas. Let's show some love to Brad Wolf. If you guys don't know who Brad Wolf is, he's basically like Al Brooks' successor. This is directly from his his YouTube. I'll refresh it every couple seconds. Oh, he's already at 1.26. It's already going up. Let's get him to 1.5, pandas. Show Bradwell some love. Show Bradwell some love. It's gonna refresh every 30 seconds. Show Bradwell some love. And I mean, we're just hovering around. Look at this. Look at that mess. You know, look at that mess. Let's get Bradwell to 1.27, pandas. Come on. Nothing's happening right now. But notice, pandas, we went from the top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range on the trading range indicator. So this is when the trading range indicator starts to shine. I may even go long here just to get back to the top of the trading range. Show Brad Wolf some love here. Let's get him up to 1.27. Come on, pandas. I mean, if you follow the Brooks Trading Course blog, every single day there is a
10,000 tick trap.
There is like a daily chart review, and Brad Wolf's the one who does it every single day. So I mean, most of the days he might alternate with another person, but he's the one who's pretty much taken over that job. House sales fell 20%. That's was expected, I guess. Turtle Toes has a point here. He goes, who in their right mind would buy an overpriced house with way high interest rates? It's just the worst of both worlds. Who would truly do that? You know, people who are buying houses with pure cash. This doesn't make sense.
10,000 tick trap.
YL asks, hey Panda, are you a boy or a girl? How can you tell? I mean, truly, what is a woman? What is a woman? How can you tell? For pandas, how do you really tell? I don't know, actually. Pandas are mammals, so I'm guessing the same as humans. Bottom of the trading range, 1, 2, 3 failures. Maybe back to the top of the trading range. It's just not enough room. Not even 2 points from the break of that to here. So I'm not taking that trade. Not even 2 points. Get a strong push up here. Actually make a new high. Strong bull bar ending on high. Always in long perhaps now. People want to see follow through. They want to see that the outcome of this bar. If it's a doji bar, then maybe they'll be convinced enough to buy it. It really depends. So there is some follow through. People will probably just go always in long now. They'll probably buy here. They'll probably buy again if it even goes below here. But with a strong bull bar like this, some traders will go always in long. I'm not gonna do it because I feel the market cycle we're in is actually trading range. Like I think we're coming back into our trading range. But when people see a strong bull bar like this, they're very eager to go long and trade the breakout. Now they have a small stop loss. You know, they'll take the stop loss and you know, they'll take the hit, but they're looking for a nice follow-through swing trade, possible measure move of the breakout bar. And so what they want is a move like this. Most likely I already stopped that if you're always in long, but like I mentioned, I still see the trading range. And I say our market cycle is trading range market cycle. Coming back to failed breakout, coming back into our trading range. Maybe testing the bottom once again. Trading range indicator really showing itself off at this moment. And what a show off, this indicator. What a show off. And this is what I also mean by not taking the second entry longs when you have these pivots here. You know, like you have a second entry long A, B, C. I mean, actually, it's C here. And it breaks above with this bar. And I believe it... I'm not sure if it reversed first or not. No, I did not reverse first. So it's a second entry long, right? This is a signal bar, inside bar, off the 20 MA in an uptrend. But you also have, right, not enough room to the top of these pivots. You also have this overlapping. The signal bar is not good. You know, you have a lot of things going against you, and this stops you out here. And this trap also is not a good trap because there's no reason to look for a reversal at this point. You want to test a new high, and then that trap fails. That trap fails, right? Comes back down, and this is actually good enough for a swing here. So that's amazing. You know, that's very difficult to trade. DA Socialized, what was your learning process? I mean, should I go through my journey? I've told many people this already. But it all starts with the great Michael Chin. Way back when I was a baby panda. Michael Chin. Sitting on Michael Chin's lap. Him teaching me everything about the markets and all the secrets. The great Michael Chin. People always get a laugh, get a kick anytime his name is mentioned. It's still funny. It's still funny. I don't know why. Like, he's just... I should thank him for just the many hours of entertainment he has provided us. The great Michael Chin. Saw the strategy through him, and then realized he was basically copying everything out, or what's his name, Mac from Price Action Trading System was doing. And then he basically got a cease and desist from Mac, so he stopped posting. And I learned that Mac figured, or learned from I figured out that Mac learned from Al Brooks, and so my journey pretty much ends at Al Brooks. Michael Chin is the king of PAA. Any movement that you see in the market, a lot of us think it's the institutions, but actually all these movements from the market is caused by Michael Chin. Michael Chin moves the markets. Michael Chin is basically the new Chuck Norris of trading. We should meme Michael Chin. We should meme him. Michael Chin. Michael Chin trades with stop orders in limit order markets, still makes money. Michael Chin counter trend trades, still makes money. Yes, I went through all of Albrook's course, and I'll probably go through it again. I might go through it and even like go through it and try to digest it, as in like not like eat it up, but I mean like digest it like you do in school when you digest a book. Basically, try to make a summary of it, a like concise summary of what you're reading. Michael Chin buys the top of the market, still makes money. Michael Chin catches all the falling knives in the market. Jenny Hoyas asks, how long did it take to get through Albrook's course? A couple weeks. It's very long. So I like tried to make like a little regiment for myself. Like I'll do this many hours dedicated to just studying, and I try to go through as much as possible. And oftentimes I fall asleep. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love price action. I love trading, but Al Brooks is that boring when you listen to him that you can fall asleep on a topic that you love, and it's crazy. It's just the way he talks. It's just the way he talks. Jenny Hoyer says, I'm thinking of making a video on becoming a profitable trader in 30 days. Yeah, Al Brooks is not the one you want to do it with. If you want to become like a profitable trader, you can like, I mean, anyone can be profitable for 30 days to be honest, but you know, it's really hard. Like it's almost like a, not an oxymoron, but it's almost like impossible to really know if you're profitable in 30 days. Because profitability comes with time, you know, in terms of proving yourself. Like, you don't know if you're profitable. You can make money in 30 days. But to be profitable, I would say you have to be constantly green. I'm not saying no red days, but, you know, your account must be continually growing for several years. And so that's why it's a little difficult to say. But, you know, I get it. You know, if you like to make content, then that'll be a very fun series to see, I think. Or you can be like, I tried several strategies and the best outcome I got was this. You know, I was thinking if I were to be more serious on YouTube, I'll probably do a couple strategies actually, and see what happens. You know, I compare all the strategies and see which one's good, and also like it really depends on the market cycle. You know. There's a couple of video ideas that I have that I would really like to do. Like, I want to do like a video where I get, you know, like 6 screens of basic strategies, such as just buying off the 20 EMA and having some sort of stop, like a profit target, and you know, or buying off with RSI, you know, just with some indicators. And I want to have like 6 screens up of, you know, an entire period of futures and just trades it automatically. You know, like I've learned to trade, or I've learned to create these like automated strategies, like, and those are really simple automated strategies. You know, you can also do one where you have like only go long when the 20 EMA is above the 50 EMA or something, and go long, you know, whenever it hits the 20 EMA, something like that. You know, you can do strategies like that, and so you know, those are very simple to make with NinjaTrader, which is awesome. Yeah, buy at the MMA crossover. You know, buy with, you know, certain like momentum indicators. You know, I was just thinking, maybe just have them run, you know, for like 15 minutes and just see what happens, with just some nice music in the background and make it look kind of nice. You know, something simple as that. You know, it's just like I have a very busy schedule outside of YouTube, so very hard for me to make a bunch of stuff. Flat Earth. Man, with a name like Flat Earth, I just feel like anything you say is just going to be kind of hard to really believe. But he says Al Brooks should have given Mac a stop and desist because that's what Mac did to them. I would say, like, the thing about Al Brooks is that he has so many different setups, and it's more for him like a language than anything. And you know, he'll like just buy, like he'll probably just buy at the end of this bar or something, and he would have a reason. And since he has such good money management, he will make money off that trade. Even if it goes against him, he'll somehow make it so he can make money off that trade. And it's just like, that's how good he is. Yeah, Chuck King says knowing when to average in is what he does well. Like Al Brooks almost trades like an institution. He doesn't trade like the size of an institution, but he trades like as if, you know, because institutions they scale in all the time. You know, they'll keep scaling because they have the capital to do so, and you know they can make almost any trade. They can make money. We still have this like trading range here. I'm not sure if it's, you know, done now. We do bounce off yesterday's high again. Again, I'm just like not looking for a strong trend until FOMC, and so oh, maybe I'll make a trade soon. Going back into our trading range here. All right, we have an expanding pattern here. You guys can see. It's not perfect, right? But you get the idea. I'm making higher highs, lower lows. You're just thinking like the market doesn't have what it takes to really make a strong trend right now. You know that if there's a strong trend, then typically that means the market is like they're all. The thing is, like, people don't know this, but for every buyer there's a seller, and so actually when people say there's more buyers than sellers, it's actually funny because no, that's not true, because it's actually 50-50. It has to be 50-50, otherwise there will be no transaction. So there's always a buyer and there's always a seller. Now, there might be more people who are bullish than bearish, but or vice versa, and that makes a difference. When you have, it's hard to kind of articulate, but I guess like the force of it is stronger on one side to the other. The pressure is too much, what people call maybe imbalance to one side or another. And so when you have a lot of people eager to go long more than people trying to go short, then it's that's where the trends come from. And so when you have something like a big announcement, typically it's like 50-50, you know, not that many people are super eager to go long, not that many people are super eager to go short, causing basically trading ranges. Nabo says, I feel like Mac will avoid talking about losers and pick trades that work in hindsight, even though I learned my trading from him. He does know what he's talking about. We do have a fail second short here. I'm not really looking to go long here. I'm actually looking for a reversal just because I don't see a strong trend at the moment. I'm looking for a reversal here to come back down, so let's see if we can get a lower high setup here. Let's see if we get a setup here. Thomas Wade, also very good. You should definitely give him a follow if you don't already. Yeah, I mean he's hustling. He's hustling for sure. I mean he had a big breakthrough. He put a video out, kind of like breaking down major trend reversals. And it blew up, which was nice, which I'm very happy for him. And you know, the tables have turned, the turns have tabled. You know, I used to, I used to give him shout outs. Now I'm like, hey man, give me some shout outs. When he was just starting, I saw his stuff. I'm like, this is pretty good. I really like what he's saying, and I like the format of his videos. But now he has far exceeded me, so. Got no setups here. I'm just watching this market. Even with this trap trade, you don't even make it. You don't even make a scalp here. Just watching inside bar, OI pattern. I want to take a lower high setup here, if we can get a setup. I think we're gonna come back down to the bottom of this expansion, or just back down to the bottom of our trading range. We're still in the trading range, as you can see. The trading range is still forming here. See if we get a lower high setup here. I would like that. It's a little scary because we are technically in an uptrend right now, but I mean, plenty of reason. Like today's a day where you don't really look for. Today's a day where you can look for reversals. Because the days like this, the trend is not clear. I don't know what that was. But I'm gonna need a lower high entry here. We might not even get it. It might go straight down to the bottom of this trading range. Obviously, a nice setup would be a fail second entry long. I would like that setup a lot. But I don't know if we're gonna get it. I feel like it might be one of those trends. It might go straight down and it won't give me a setup. I feel like the setup was supposed to happen here, but I was looking for a lower high setup, and it's just looking like it's breaking down already. So again, just one of these markets that just doesn't provide any setups for me. Can't get into these trades. You know, the market doesn't owe me anything, doesn't owe me a setup, but just saying, it's just... You can only take what the market gives you. If it doesn't give it to you, then just sit on your paws. The higher time frames, we are clearly above the 20 EMA, as Kellyanne mentioned. So we do see some trend here. But even when you see this, when you see the structure inside these things, it just looks very confusing.
Five-minute trap. 5-minute trap.
There is a 5-minute trap. Stephen H says, 1 point rate hike just got leaked. Is that fake news? Is that real? Because that could actually move markets. High or low, second entry long. If you're looking to go long here, this is it here. Outside bar reversal. Boy, boy. Don't copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. You might be wondering why I'm taking this. It's a hidden second entry long, and it might fail here. Do not copy my trades. I'm going to go short here. Coming back to the bottom of our trading range. We're still clear above the 20 May, so I have some reservation to go short here. I would prefer the actual technical setup where we actually do break above on the next bar, but I'll take this hidden second entry. Do not copy my trades.
Five-minute trap.
That's the second entry long here. Could be good. Getting a little choppy now. Do not copy my trades. I just don't think a strong trend will happen today. It might, but after FOMC, but man, I don't know. I'll take an outside bar reversal here. This is second entry long for those who want to go long here. It's a good setup, right? High or low second entry long. I don't like the fact that, again, it breaks below, the first leg breaks below the 20 MA here, and the second leg triggers above it, right? There's quite a large swing that's happening. It's a bad signal bar. Ooh, and it's clearly above the 20 MA. That's tough. That's really tough to take. Thoughts and prayers. Send me your thoughts and prayers, pandas. In this trade. Fail second entry long. Looking to come back to the bottom of the trading range here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's see if we can get a runner back to the bottom of the trading range. They try to get you with that second entry long. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta recognize the market cycle. We already had a breaker trend to new high already. Second entry, fail second entry long, reversal setup. All right, let's get it. Let's get that runner. I don't know if I should let this marinate. I don't think I want to let it marinate. I'm just going to take whatever the market gives me here. Just trading it like this. I'm too scared. It might just rip up and come back up. It can do that, which I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll just keep it here. We'll just keep it kosher. We'll just trade this proper here. We'll take the hit, or we'll just lose our runner if it does happen, but I'm thinking we're coming back to the bottom trading range. It'd be nice to get a nice swing here. It's been a while since we got a nice swing. I'd like to get a nice swing. Don't even think about stopping me out. Don't do it. Don't do it. The heat being stopped out. Maybe I'll come right at break even. I'll come out right at break even. So I'll lose a little bit on the commissions, but I'm giving myself a little bit better chance to stay in this trade. Alright, heat is kind of dissipating. Woo! Alright, alright. If we get another push down, man, we are Super Saiyan mode. Give me push down. Give me push down. Come on, come on, come on. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. Don't do it! Huh. Huh. Heat's coming back! Come on! Don't stop me out. Don't do it. That's right. That's right. Get away from me. Ooh, alright. Super Saiyan mode. We got our second leg down here, pandas. Which means we got an actual pivot to work with. This is our pivot. It might not last long, but we have a pivot. I'm looking to the bottom of this trading range. That's what I like. I like to see that. We have a runner, pandas. We have a runner. And we have a second leg down on this runner, so we can get a push down. Let's see how strong this push down is. It's not looking good. You know, we got to push down, but it's just not looking very good. This is a proper pivot here. I don't know. I'll probably just keep it here. I mean, it's just about a 2 ticks difference, and it might get a chance to stay in the trade here. Sometimes, often, it'll try to fill this gap, right? There's a gap here right now that oftentimes tries to get filled. And once it fills, it might reverse off of there. I could let this marinate a little bit, but I'll just take the hit here because there's no way to really, guarantee the win there. Like if I just take the loss, it might be, if I raise it up here for a swing trade, I might take a much bigger loss than I need to. So runner just got stopped out. It's all good, Pandas. You know, we traded that properly, I think. It's fine. On to the next. So what happens here is that this gap just filled. I want to see a reaction off of it, but no reaction. So it's like if I had my stop loss up here, I would have lost money on that runner, which is unfortunate if I had it, but good thing I got out. I just traded how I should have. You couldn't see this as a break of trend to new low here by 2 ticks or half a point. Not sure. I mean, it's not like I like this long. I wouldn't want to go long here. So let's recap that trade, right? I mean, and this is where the difference is, where I feel more confident taking that trap because of the market cycle. I was trying to take traps yesterday on a downtrend, but it's just difficult to know when the downtrend is actually downtrend versus a, you know, setting for a reversal. You know, it's just like at that point in time where you have to make the decision, it's like one or the other. And it's just yeah, I mean, it's a little tricky. So difference between this one and the ones I took yesterday is that this is the market cycle. First thing is choppy. The second thing is we're coming off of a resistance, right? We took a trade, a reversal setup off of resistance. Not only do we have a break of trend to new high, that's coming off of resistance, and we can see a push down here going beneath the 20 MA. And I think you know, for me, the fact that we hit off a resistance, it was a big thing that we came and took this trap. Yeah, you know, yesterday I was trying to take reversals. What was one trade I took during stream? You know, it's quite a mess. During stream, I think I took this trade here to go long for a failure, but I mean, I don't know. I understand it's a downtrend, but maybe it's just too choppy here. A little silly to go long with this many overlapping bars. That could have been the case. Probably better trade to reverse this and look for the trap, but also spike channel, break of trend to new low. Then that actually reversed nicely, but it didn't last very long. It reversed again. Sorry, I'm just looking at yesterday's chart. I'm trying to figure out the difference between yesterday's reversals versus today's reversal right here, which is coming off a nice resistance here, and no clear trend as well. I mean, I guess we're in an uptrend on the higher time frames, but we're still above the 20 MA. But yeah, I don't know. That's what it seems like. You know, we have a clear pattern here, megaphone or expanding, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, seems like maybe that's the main difference. Just, I mean, market cycle, recognizing market cycles. I gotta really stay away from traps in chop. I mean, have lost traps before when it's not even in chop, but I do lose them when it is chop, and so it's unfortunate. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm really trying to figure out, like, how do I prevent, you know, what separates this trade this trap trade here, which is like, which I drew this setup. I drew the setup the moment we bounced off this high. I was like, you know, I want to, you know, the best setup here is a fail second entry, long, and we got it. And I said that like a long time ago, and I was just waiting for it because that's, you know, where we should be at. But just trying to figure out what the difference is. Like, you know, yeah, rewind it before I took this trade. Like, rewind it like 5 minutes, and I mentioned the setup I'm looking for, and when I got it, I just took it. But the one thing I didn't like, it was above the 20 MA plus bad signal bar, so that made me hesitate slightly, but I still ended up taking it. I mean, one obvious thing is we have this trading range indicator here, like showing us that we probably come back to the bottom of trading range. Again, FOMC day, so I'm thinking more, instead of a strong trend up or down, we'll probably just go sideways for a long time until FOMC. So I had a couple things just in the back of my mind also making me want to reverse that. Yeah. By the way,
10,000 tick trap.
Even though I did lose money last 2 days, we're trading 100% risk-free. And so if you guys are interested in trading risk-free, as we are in the stream every single day, you know, Apex, I mean, I always recommend, if you're looking for a prop firm, Apex, I always recommend Apex. It's the best. I think it's the best one out there. Not only do they have the best products, the best customer support, but 50% off code right now. It's in the description. It's also in the bottom of your screen, and it's also in the pinned message. So make sure you guys take advantage of that 50% off. But Pandas, I don't think we're gonna get another setup here. And hey, 2 p.m. Pandas, like I mentioned, most likely come back to the bottom of this trading range, which I wish happened here, but I wanted to do one more push up, basically stopping out any of those swing traders, the weak bears. Got stopped out here. The strong bears would have their stop loss up here. Weak bears have the stop loss here. Took those out and finally it's going its way now. But that's what's happening in the price action. But anyways, 2 o'clock. Just know that there is an FOMC announcement, and just beware. I would not be in a trade at the time unless you're very confident in which way the market's gonna go. I just wouldn't be in a trade, to be honest. So, Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream, and up green today, which is better than the last 2 days, which I'm happy with. So, we're just, you know, little by little getting better. So, Pandas, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.